The other day, someone rang me and I'd seen our press release about FTA Corporate and the launch of FTA Corporate.
Good that the PR's working.
It is good to see, and they just asked me what it was really. So I went through and explained the fact of the evolution of the dental market, and I used those numbers that we sort of looked at and researched, which were very interesting. I think you had a consultant, didn't you, come to you for giving you some idea of numbers you could produce?
Yeah, and they were generally just asking about the state of the market because it's sure changed over the last 10 years. You know, if you think when we say roll back to the mid 2000s, I would have said probably 80+% was just independent dentists owning a dental practice. Yeah. Now I think the corporates are probably about the 15% mark, the larger corporates, and then there's this growing band of smaller mid-sized corporates, you know, people that have owning perhaps 5 to 20 practices, and they're probably capturing about 20%, 25% of the market, which is a big chunk. And then there's the largest bunch, which is still the people that own the practice independently.
And also I think some of those ones, won't they will never appeal to a corporate at all, because there's not the economies of scale. But I say what was interesting chatting to this guy was he was asking what we were able to do, and he said, I just said to him, it's basically looking and trying to make sure we get better relationships with the buyers in the corporates who want to purchase, but also with the sellers, so as they know that a corporate style practice, we can also negotiate on their behalf and get them a better deal. And
I think you're right, you know, particularly on the financing side, because values have risen. Practices that are £2.5, £3 million plus just aren't going to be within the reach of the average independent purchaser. And so you're right, you need to address a different audience because they're well prepared to buy that sort of practice.
And I still think that there's guys who've got these practices that they go to a broker, and a broker will say, oh, it's 2.5 million, there's only one corporate who will buy this, and they put you into one corporate, and basically you still don't get the benefit of the fact of there might be 3 or 4 corporates.
It's a limited audience, but there's still an audience more than one.
Yeah, it's almost that fact of I'm going to be grateful that a corporate wants to pay me this amount of money, rather than saying, oh excellent, okay, don't just sell me to whoever, I'd like to be courted by 4 corporates, because in reality we all know they're looking for the same type of practice.
Yeah, and time again, the more people who are interested in a practice, perhaps not necessarily just the price, but the terms will be better. And I guess that's the bedrock of why FTA Corporate has come into being, to make sure that at that level, those sorts of practices get managed in the style to suit the seller.
And still available, you know, it's that thing, isn't it? You know, just giving it a bit more of a focus.
Yeah.